Hello, so we're on day number 2 of the course, and day number 2 we're doing chapter 2, and also in RPC we're reading chapter 1, and this chapter heavily relies on consumption and advertising and also the American culture. So I'm just going to be doing an overview for my vlog today of the readings that we did and just some takeaways and main ideas. Part of these insights I did have on the discussion, but I just wanted to further try to explain and get used to talking to the camera so that way I'm prepared and more comfortable and in terms of speaking. So for the first article, I'm going to discuss Barber's findings. Basically, in the first article, Overselling Capitalism with Consumerism, the author discusses how media is not in favor of the consumer. Prior to reading this article, I thought that the media caters to the people. Like, the people decide what the media wants, what they want to see from the media, but that's not the case with this article. The livelihood of the individual is obviously not the priority, and money goes above everything. Everything is a business, and basically the one thing that I took away from the article was that the market is creating needs for the people. So instead of people having a need and the market fulfilling that, by using media, they're creating needs for people to feel like they need something that they actually don't. And so this topic directly goes with all of the other topics for the articles. I feel like this one kind of sets the stage. And also I found something interesting in this article was the idea of how the society and life in America, or the American dream, is kind of like a paradox. Like, what do you think of when you have an American dream? A big house, but then you're working so hard you don't have the time to enjoy those luxuries that you're working so hard for. So what is the dream exactly, and is it even attainable? So secondly, there's the article by Lutz, With These Words I Can Sell You Anything, and this article is all about advertisement. Basically, they discuss weasel words and how companies or advertisements can't make direct claims, but they can use keywords like help, to make people think that it's actually making those claims. But in reality, they're really not. It's not legal to do that. And also, I wanted to make it apparent that for my own personal experience, I don't really go by ads. I feel like the one good thing maybe about media nowadays is that you can actually, considering the fact that it's not biased and that it's not a paid partnership or something, someone can actually provide their own honest opinion and review. So there might be an advertisement, and you can actually go online and find actual people that have tried that product that aren't being paid to say those things. And I'm not sure, but I know in a lot of promotional videos, the person or the public figure is actually saying who it's sponsored by. So I don't know if that's an actual law that they have to do, or if they're just doing that as a disclaimer. Also, there was the article that spoke to me regarding toys by Bart's. And in this article, the author discusses French toys, and basically I feel like French toys and American toys are the same. I resonate with this a lot because I have a 5-year-old son, so just looking in his room right now, or maybe not right now because he's getting older, but when he was little, he definitely had a play kitchen, toys that simulated adult life, and that's what this article is about completely. Basically, that toys are not only functional, but they're substantial, they provide a purpose, they're essentially a gateway for children to learn and develop into functioning adults by, I guess, imitating, which also has to do with society and media, because toys are the form of media for kids. And then finally, the last article that I'm going to analyze is by Ho, and it's Craving the Other. So basically the author discusses how they're not particularly fond of their own culture's food in the beginning, and that to understand one's food is to understand one's culture. And something that I found really interesting was when they were talking about how they prefer American food, would they consider that like American culture? Like, is a cheeseburger like, it doesn't have as much depth as like, you know, the traditional Vietnamese food that they were discussing. And I feel like food ties into all of this because a lot of the advertisements and a lot of the media are food now, especially with the growing popularity of mukbangs and all of that. You know, people have insight to other cultures' food that they didn't have before. So those are all of the takeaways that I got from this chapter 2 or chapter 1 of RPC. And thank you.